Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shiniest Meat Bicycle plays. And the main premise of this series is going to be that I have never played this game. I am not playing it. Sam here has played this game.
I have indeed.
A lot. Quite a lot. And he's going to try and talk me through what's happening, and I'm going to have no idea what's happening, and I'm really going to relish looking at this janky-ass cutscene, and we'll see what happens. So, Sam, why don't you introduce what this game is, because I have no idea and I've never heard about it from you.
Okay, well, that's a lie for a start, but yeah, this is Might and Magic 8. It's not the best Might and Magic game ever, it's not the worst necessarily either, but it's pretty damn old and janky, but I love it all the same. So this
like a childhood dog.
Pretty much, yeah, childhood dog with leprosy. It was released
very different childhoods.
It was released in 2000. But the engine it was built on was actually made in like 98, so it's, yeah.
The fires of Mount Doom.
Indeed. The darkness of the Dark Ages, pretty much. So we just watched a cutscene of, you know, a cataclysm of some type.
And my knowledge of cataclysms has led me to conclude that there is not nearly enough Deathwing involved in this one, so... Yeah.
Oh, great. First world reference.
Yeah, there are going to be many, because, let's be honest, it's what I know.
Indeed. Alrighty, so this is our shiny main menu.
Yes, and as you pointed out to me earlier, this game is older than the Xbox. The original Xbox.
Yes.
Also explains why all the pixels are about the size of an Xbox.
Indeed.
Yes.
So, let's just take a minute to appreciate these interesting portraits, because they are portraits, as you can see written here. They are registered as portraits. So in this game you have a number of classes. I think there's about 7, so I'll flick through them quickly. You have 4 different images for each class, apart from Minotaurs and Trolls, but yeah, we'll go through that. So you've got Knights.
Racism, got it.
This is, yeah, so there's 2 female and 2 male, and they're all pretty
ready to go.
Explicit / half naked. You know, clothes are optional.
My face.
Because what else do you need in a fantasy setting other than, you know, a pair of big breasts and a muscular chest?
I mean, you can definitely see nipple. Like,
yeah.
There's no denying on that one.
Coincidentally, the body actual like kind of framework is exactly the same, but regardless of your sex, they just change the skins and the background.
Choose me, player.
Yeah, I mean, look at the male pose.
They do, don't they? Yes.
Yeah, look at the male pose.
I am the best.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Look, it's literally the same. So,
yes, okay.
Yeah, so that's fun. So what we have is... Hang on, let's start at the beginning. We got knights, we got clerics, we've got necromancers, vampires, dark elves, minotaurs, or minotaurs, depending on your Atlantic pronunciations, and trolls.
I will serve.
I really like it when games have races as the same, like, as classes. It's like, you can play as the archer, the warrior, the dwarf, and it's like, I always felt like if you were born as a dwarf or an elf and you didn't fit the stereotype, they just killed you.
Wait, it gets better. Dragons!
Oh yes, dragons.
Indeed.
The question of, why are you picking any other race? You can play as a dragon.
Yeah, so you're not meant to be able to play as a dragon, but I actually have a mod installed which is meant to allow you, if you look down here, you can see you can add more people to your party. The intention being that you can build a party of 5 from the start of the game, which you could do in older Might and Magic games, and a lot of people kind of wanted that. So they made it open in the mod, but technically you're not supposed to pick a dragon, so we won't, because it's horribly overpowered.
It does make sense. Yeah.
Because, you know,
also, is that supposed to be the female dragon? I'm just curious.
Nope, all dragons are male. Okay, not all dragons are male.
How do they reproduce?
There are female dragons and dragon hatchlings in the game, but you can't play or have any party members who are female.
My strength will prevail.
Well, I think because if we're going for, you know, if it's a standard old school RPG, we should probably play as the knight.
We should probably play as the knight.
You got to go with the stereotype. You got to go for the big beefy dude with the muscles and the sword and the armor. Like, it's, you know, it's the stereotype.
The question being, I mean, because obviously we don't want to be female because we have dignity.
My blade is ready.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, from a point of view that we don't want to run around in like a skimpy chainmail bikini.
You might not want to.
Well,
you may also
considering
be describing my ideal holiday.
considering the only thing you see of your character choice is this portrait in over here, like that appears on the main screen for the majority of the game time. You occasionally see your character portrait, but you're normally covered in armor and stuff, so the kind of literally the rest apart from the face is all irrelevant. In fact, the whole thing's pretty much irrelevant.
This whole game's irrelevant.
Not quite.
Yes.
Like yeah. So basically, you have a choice of. I mean, we could be a woman if you like. What do you feel? What do you feel?
I think we'll stick with a man then, because these kind of games almost always feel like they're designed with a male protagonist in mind. Female is almost always tacked on. Not that I'm, hang on. I'm pretty certain that guy's face is African American, and his body is white.
Yeah, his face is oddly ruddy. He's not quite black, but I think that might just be your viewing on your PC. Yeah, he's not. He does have quite ruddy skin. I'll give you that. But yeah. Either way, so basically, yeah, we can be the strange guy with the headband and the more belts than is practical, or the guy who appears to have a centaur's waist.
I think we're going to have to go with more belts than is practical, I'm afraid. I think that's the only option.
And free braces, which have no effect on the game whatsoever. Okay, so we have stats. It does give you base stats that we actually got rid of, but can you remember them? I can vaguely remember them. Pretty sure.
Yes, it was 7, in intellect, personality, and something, and 15 in the others, and 20 in might. So this is behind the veil. Like, we have actually done a test run of this before, so this is not my entirely first actual time seeing this game. But I'll be honest with you, everything kind of looks like it's made out of Lego, so I can't really tell what's happening.
I think it was that. Does that look right to you?
That looks right to me, because, yeah, having a low luck and a low personality seems like something I would object to, so yeah, that sounds right.
Alrighty, so skills work as in you can pick up skills later, but you initially get a few, and say you start with a sword. You start with a sword skill, you're given a sword, and so on and so forth. So if we start with, spear skill, we'll be given a spear. All the starting equipment's kind of crappy, but armor is far more expensive than weapons in general. So
we should probably go for chain.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because chain...
Are we going to go for shield, or are we going to go for one of those other ones?
I'm going to say bow, because as a knight, our armor class is going to probably be alright to start with. And eventually we'll end up using two weapons instead of a shield anyway. Because we're all about that damage output, because we can plate armor, so we don't need to worry too much about the... Yeah, so if we get bow, we're given a bow, and we can use range attacks, which are a massive part of this game. Especially if you're me and you cheese everything. Oh, also, we can have a name. Fun fact, first time I ever played this game, didn't know you could choose your name, ended up being called something really fucking stupid, like Minnie.
Well, I think that has to be our name now, doesn't it?
Or Minnie the Knight.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Minnie.
You have no say in this.
Minnie?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I can go better.
Like a mouse.
Minnie!
That is better. The double E does make it better. You are right about that.
And the K. Sorry, you're on a delay, aren't you? There we go.
I am on a delay, so yes, but yep, that works.
Minnie with a silent K. Shall I add a dash for clarity?
Who has a silent K in the middle of their name? No, I think that's fine.
Minnie. No, we're going to put a dash between the I and the K. There we go. Minnie.
Okay.
Okay, so we are Minnie the Knight.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
I love it like
screen.
my child.
Oh, apparently we're going to load straight into our inventory. That's not normal. Well, what the hell is our free chainmail? Armor plus 8. Yeah, I'm not going to read the descriptions because everything has an in-depth description. Because this is an old game, so instead of having voice acting, they just had loads of words. This is our free sword and our free bow, so we can actually do some damage of sorts. And a gold ring, which is completely pointless. It has value because it's gold. That is literally it. Alrighty.
You've accurately summarised gold in the real world, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is my magic 8. Them 2D sprites. So
yeah.
I mean, I know exactly where we are, but for the sake of explanations, we'll chat to Ston here. And
no one's the Argonian.
Yeah, lizard men, Argonian. Yeah.
Storm the Argonian, yep.
Yeah, weirdly, all the sprites you see outside are male, I think, but some of the pictures you see are actually female. So go figure.
Well, your character doesn't actually see gender, so
He doesn't see much of modesty. He's looking at me the whole time.
yeah. Also, I don't think you should say that they look female. I think they might want to choose to identify as female, but that's their choice.
Don't go social justice warrior.
Yeah, I'll stop.
Good, thank you. Right, so rather than try and describe all of this stuff that he's chatting about here, I'm just going to discuss briefly each of these points to get the story going a bit. So, Cataclysm, you've discovered something has gone horribly wrong, and there has been a cataclysm.
Yeah.
As we saw in the cutscene at the beginning, there's pretty much all the explanation we have right now. Caravan Master, you're led by a Minotaur, I believe your caravan is, called Darados, and you've been told to go find him. He's meeting with the chief, called Brackish Wangfang.
I like how you say, I believe the Caravan Master is a Minotaur. You know perfectly well it's a Minotaur.
I do know it's a Minotaur. And I can also tell you that he looks like the brown of the two Minotaur models you see in the game. He is the brown one.
Oh dear.
Yep, so Pirates of Regna. This is... Regan pirates are a threat to the economy, blah 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 blah. Yeah, they're basically there's pirates attacking this island.
Is this guy hiring you because pirates are a threat to the economy, not because pirates are going to try and fucking kill us?
Oh no, you've already been hired. You've hired...
Was this game written by a Republican or something? Like, what the hell? Like, pirates are killing people. Well, they are a threat to the economy, so we should probably do something about it. Like, pirates are killing people should be the incentive.
Wait, this guy discusses the Pirates of Regna, but he doesn't discuss the fact that... Hang on, hold the phone. Look, just for reference. You see that load of people over there who are fighting each other? Can you see that? You might not be able to... Look at the pixels, Dom, the moving pixels.
Oh yes, I see there is a mess of pixels
A mess of pixels that move around a lot, yeah. See, that's a bunch of Lisbon soldiers fighting off pirates.
Yeah.
Who are attacking us because they're pirates.
I can imply that that's what's happening.
So, what's this distance? We're about 200 or 300 feet? And he didn't know. But we can't be too critical because this is an old game. We've got to be careful here because otherwise we're just going to hate on it for unnecessarily.
Yeah. Well, isn't this game is like it's built on one of the D&D engines or something for its combat? Which
Which
edition?
I think they just kind of hacked it. So yeah, you get a plus. You can get straight up pluses to your attack, and then you get damage rolls basically. So, but the dice don't figure. Like this is a 3d3, and everyone knows you can't have a 3-sided dice.
Hang on.
You can have a 4-sided dice. You can't have a 3-sided dice. Doesn't work.
Hang on. No, it doesn't really work, does it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
You could have a spinner.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work at all.
You can have a 6-sided.
Well, you just roll a d6.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
You'd have it. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, this is our stats. Anyway, I was just coming up here for the. What was I coming up here for? Oh yeah, damage. Look, you can see this is our damage output. So our damage,
Oh, yes.
and it's nice that it tells you what a plus is to attack, and then actually gives you the roll essentially, so your minimum, maximum.
Why is our age 20 out of 20? Like, is 20 the cap? Can you not go older than 20?
No.
Is this guy gonna die after a year?
Our active age is 20, and our actual age is 20. But they can become different. So you can become older than you actually are.
Is there, like, time traveling in this game?
There isn't time traveling, but there are spells that can actually age you as like a negative effect. But they kind of, I feel like the game designers forgot to put in anything about, that actually having a negative effect.
Oh, so can you get to like 100 years old and it's just like, yeah, you're just 100 years old now.
Pretty much. So this is, yeah,
Okay.
surprise, I know what I'm doing because I've played this game about a dozen times. This is the Clan Eater Tool.
Why is there a skull in the top right?
Oh, these top right and left, they're used to display different spells and stuff that are active. I think top right is like resistances and like buff spells, and top left is like active spells that do other things.
When I think skull, I do think beneficial effects upon my character.
You'll see later on that like you get one that shows enemies and allies on the minimap down here, and that puts a little eyeball in the skull.
Alright, that is pretty cool. Actually,
Yeah,
no, fair play.
it's quite a handy way of knowing what's going on. So yeah, Clan Eater Tool. This is Brackish One Fang, hence the guy with many fangs for logic. So he
Brackish 4 Fang just doesn't sound right.
It doesn't really have the same ring to it, does it?
No, not
Well,
really.
this is one of my favourite things about the game, actually, is if you look over here, forget this chat stuff over here, but the actual big image in the middle, like, you probably doesn't come through that well on your screen, but for me, it looks pretty, and the viewers, it should look fine. You've got these little like just sort of small animated backgrounds, and they add a nice sort of flavour because it's like they're aware that they know they're aware that they're aware that the graphics aren't great in the main game, so they made up for it in the animated bits.
It is nice, although I'm curious as to whether or not this giant animated thing in the middle, like, that doesn't really do anything, does it?
No, it's just a look at.
It's just a flavour thing. It's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, by today's standards, it's god awful, but it's nice.
Well, we are. This game is 15 years old, so nearly legal.
Okay, that's not where I would have gone with that, but yes.
Well, I think
it's now fully into its awkward years.
Yes, I think we mistakenly assigned it to drinking age before, but it actually isn't. I was mistaken.
I mean, 15 is about the age that most people do start properly drinking.
Yeah, fair point. Anyway, we digress. Okay, so there's been a cataclysm. Flaming rocks have dropped from the sky. Good God. All the bridges between these islands were in a series of islands. No, I can't pronounce the word I'm thinking of, but
Archipelago?
That's the one. All the bridges are gone, so we have no way of moving between islands. However, in long time past, the lizardmen used portals of stone, as they described them, to move between islands. So this is a theory, and he gives us a quest. He gives us a power stone to use said portals. And yeah, so he also sends us to go find a chap called Frederick Talamir, who we will soon discover is a bit of an anus.
Excellent.
And
I'm kind of curious as to why everybody has uniformly decided to call it a cataclysm, not apocalypse. I really should have thought of more words for a cataclysm before I started on this, but Judgment Day.
More quests.
Everybody went with cataclysm.
Darados, our caravan leader, Minotaur chap with the really funny looking haircut.
Lovely gentleman.
He's asked us to deliver a letter to his boss because he's too lazy to do it himself.
Well, no, this is why you hire people, Sam. He's too wealthy to do it for himself.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The horror, the pirates are attacking the islands. Indeed they are. The caravan... Oh,
no,
shit!
the economic turmoil!
Indeed. Oh, shit, I forgot to loot the caravan.
Oh, dude. What kind of caravan guard are you?
Yeah, I know, right? Okay,
a responsible one.
Yeah, there's lots of chat here. I mean, if people really want to read it, they can pause it.
If people really want to read it, do something else with your life. Oh my god.
Hey, I've read all that text before.
Yeah, I know, and look at how you do it.
Well, I made it this
Take
far.
this as a warning, kids.
I got a degree.
So do I. It's not impressive.
Okay, so this is our caravan, as you may have established. Still, no idea what was meant to pull the caravan. Horses don't exist.
Lizard people, obviously.
Yeah,
No, that's why they hired you!
I was actually a pack animal.
Yeah!
Okay.
They just had 6 adventurers, each had a beam each, and they just pulled the caravan.
So yeah, for reference, we're here at the caravan to steal some brandy, because what else do you do when you're a hightailing adventurer but steal brandy from your own company?
To be honest with you, you're not really an adventurer unless you are drunk all of the time.
If there's one thing that the internet has taught us, is that being drunk makes everything better.
This is true.
Okay, so I believe that's all the brandy. Oh, for the reference, the rest of the caravan is just full of this fruit, which is, as you can see, of value 0, and empty potion bottles, which have a value of 1. So we're not interested in those either. All right, I'm just gonna do some inventory management because I'm a neat freak.
So why was this caravan taking fruit and brandy and empty bottles to these people?
We were actually about to leave.
Oh,
So
right, you're taking it from
the Tobusk
that.
fruit is grown on the island. It's what the lizardmen do, they farm it. And they make pulp out of it, and they also process some of it into brandy. And the idea being that, you had a shipment to take back to the mainland, basically.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Yeah. But for some reason, go figure. I guess one of the Bridleys must have left from somewhere near here. Although coincidentally, now I think about it, they never actually specify where the Bridleys were meant to be before. There's no obvious place for them to be.
So this cataclysm not only, wrecked everything, fire raining from the sky, but also destroyed all structural signs of bridges. Man, this...
Apparently. I mean, to be fair, if we looked at the map, then and once we've seen more of it, it might become clear. Okay, so...
Are you sure that this cataclysm wasn't orchestrated by, angry architects who were looking for more work? Because I'll be honest with you, if I had magic powers and was an architect, this is exactly what I'd be doing, is destroying buildings so I can rebuild them.
I'd agree from the perspective of what you've seen so far, but I'm sure as the game goes on, let's just say if the
I'm
architects
sticking
did that,
with the Angered Architect Guild, but okay.
keep me updated on your theory as to why the cataclysm occurred.
Alright, it will develop.
Okay, so being a trusty adventurer while we've come to the pub. Or the inn.
Standard. It's a tavern, thank you, good sir.
It is an innkeep. He's an innkeep, so it's an inn. We were
Yeah.
both wrong. Okay,
Okay.
so we don't need to rent a room, because renting a room is essentially resting, but without using up food.
Alright, and I'm just going to veto something before it happens. We are not spending this entire game playing Acromage.
Well, we are going to play Acromage, because there's actually a really sweet reward if you win in all the pubs, taverns, inns. So,
Okay.
well, yeah, trust me, it doesn't. And, sometimes it takes a while. I mean, if it's really bad, then I'll just I don't know, skip it or something. But I'll edit it out.
Alright.
But yeah.
For the sake of the viewers, I've heard a lot about Acromage. A lot. Like how it's pretty much the greatest card game ever. Yeah.
It's a pretty great card game.
I have no doubt it's good, but you've built it up to such a point where, like, it's no longer good. It no longer can feasibly be good, because it's just so built up.
Yeah, so if any of the people watching want to read the rules, then you're welcome. I played this game for the first time when I was about 8, so I didn't read the rules, I just started clicking random buttons until I learned what happened. So there's always that. I think you can actually play this game online, like there is a sim online for just playing Acromage.
I'm surprised you don't just play that.
Victory conditions here are really fucking low, because this is the first inn, so let's play. Okay, yeah, I could just... No, I'm not going to discuss it, I'm just going to play.
Do it.
Should I explain what's going on? I probably should, shouldn't I?
Just play it, and they'll intuit it. They'll be like 8-year-old you.
Yeah, let's do that.
You gotta build things and destroy the enemy thing.
Gotta try and destroy the enemy tower, or get your own tower to a certain height, or amass a certain amount of resources.
Aren't you kind of getting dicked on right about now?
I have a lower tower, but I'm getting 5... See, the big numbers are how many of each resource you get a turn, and then the number below it is how many you have of that resource. If you look, I'm actually getting 5 recruits per turn. So,
Okay.
in 20 turns, I'll win. Less than 20 turns, basically, at this rate, because if you get 100 of a resource, you win. Like, that's one of the victory conditions of this game.
Got it. So, here's a fun game for the viewers at home. Do you get any kind of metaphor out of these towers and these armies that you're sending at people, or is it just it's too subtle for me personally? I can't possibly understand it, but you know.
Dude,
So his tower's really tall.
it's only 24. Like, it does seem tall because of the the scale of this one, because the winning score is only 30. But like later on in the game, you get winning scores of like 150, so that would seem tiny. Let's do that. But yeah, because the tower win is so low, it is. They can it's not that hard to kind of win really easily. But I think I've got him. There we go. There we go. I got a tower 30. Go on. And for that, I got 600 gold.
Hooray! See, at least this is
Don't
better,
gamble,
because this
kids.
is one of the problems... Yeah, don't gamble, kids. This is one of the problems I have with Fallout New Vegas, is they teach you how to play Caravan.
No, they don't. I still don't know how to play Caravan.
Okay, I have learned how to play Caravan through trial and error, and the only problem is, knowing how to play Caravan is not an advantage. You get so little money from Caravan. Like, I think the most I've ever gotten in a payout was like 400 caps or something, and by the
I'm just gonna
time
show
I was
the-
facing characters I could get 400 caps from, like, I already had broken the banks on all the casinos. Like, it just...
Yeah. Okay, for reference, I just wanted to show the viewers, like, yeah, this is the bank. The bank in this game is really simple. Any bank branch in the game, you can go there, you can deposit any amount, you can withdraw any amount, and anything in your bank, when you die, you don't lose.
Good day.
That is it.
Yay!
I really appreciate it, because when you've got a game where money is a big deal, well, not as much of a big deal as it could be, but yeah, like, it's nice to have a fallback. So now when I play an RPG, it's meant to be played and go to every single house on the island and chat to everybody. Okay,
Oh, wait.
this guy has a quest for us. Yellow fever is a crippling disease. Blah blah blah. Take these scrolls of cure disease. We can prevent an epidemic.
Hooray.
them to the 6 huts on the outer islands. Blah, 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 blah.
Can you just take these scrolls of cure disease and use them in your quest?
You can do, but then you'll never... Oh yeah, no, he gives you 3 and you need to find 3 more. I do know where 3 more are, but if you don't do it, if you like sell them all, then you'll struggle like fuck over finish the quest.
Okay.
See, look, I can sell brandy to this guy. So I can, the brandy that I stole earlier, I can sell. I can also buy Toba's fruit. And there is actually little trade circles in this game, so there'll be another guy somewhere who buys fruit and sells something else, and the thing he sells I can sell to someone else who will then sell me brandy. So there are trade triangles, as it were. And this is a skill trainer, so he can sell. He tells you basically you can get expert, master, and grandmaster in every skill. And he tells you, like, if you find one person who can train you in those things, they tell you what the other 2 are as well. So he's grandmaster spear, which is ridiculous because that's like the last. Yeah. So I can learn that eventually if I become a champion, which is like the upgrade for my class. But yeah, so moving on. Expert leather. Yeah, more skills. The little.
I'm always curious about how in-game somebody can be like a master of leather armor or something like that. Like, it always just strikes me as like, yes, I'm really good at wearing leather. It's like, what do you do in your spare time?
Okay, that's the Adventurer's Inn. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, you might notice when I talk to the skill trainers, you'll see little stars appear on my character's portrait.
I didn't, but
oh
yes.
yeah, there you go. You might have said it then. I think it differs when you find out where a skill trainer is, you get stars, and then when you get a quest, you get a little like spinny thing on the portrait.
Yes.
But yeah, so this guy wants us to find the prophecy of the snake, which is the book, which he believes is in the abandoned temple, which we will visit at a later date.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, this guy... surprise, surprise. See, this guy has a really low opinion of Frederick Talamer. I remember when I was...
Does everybody have a low opinion of him?
I don't really... Yeah, he's kind of... He has a beard. That's what I'm saying.
Sam, don't you have a beard?
Not anymore.
You learned. Clearly, apparently.
More skills. Okay, this is Talamer's hut. Hello, portals of stone, cataclysm. This is he's a cleric. And the abandoned temple, blah blah blah. I have not explored it, however, for it's too dangerous for me. And we have a power stone. You have a power stone too. Want to be friends? Let's be friends. We hired a cleric. There is all his gear. There's a power stone I'd previously discussed. See, and if you look, this one is a facet card. It produces a high bell tone when you tap it, if you read the last sentence of the description. And the one below is a medium bell tone. Coincidentally, you never find one that produces a low bell tone, which always irritated me as a child.
You had a very lonely childhood, didn't you?
I played a lot of video games.
Yeah, it doesn't show.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So we now, and he has skills. See, and these are okay. This is a skill tree. Skill menu. There's no tree involved.
Doesn't look much like a tree, yeah.
No. So yeah, when you level up, you get skill points. If we look at the stats briefly, you can see that this guy's level 5, and we're actually level 1. But their experience is green, so we can level up, which we'll do in a minute. But yeah, so he has more experience than us. He's only 18, which is coincidental.
Okay.
But yeah, so he has skills we can train, and so we're gonna basically for a skill, when you get it to provided like class allowing, because each class can get different levels and different things to obviously make it worthwhile taking different classes.
Yeah.
Once you have skill level 4, you can become expert. Master is 7, and grand is 10. And to upgrade a skill, like if you've got 1 in a skill, to make it 2, you have to use 2 skill points. To make it 3, you have to use 3 skill points, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. Also, I'm nodding along with most of this stuff, and that is providing no benefit whatsoever, so I apologise.
Indeed.